Right.
Now, what is the employee number that we were using? 1023, 1026, right?
1023 it was.
Okay. So let's see 1026 and 105. What is the, let us check what is the user ID of this employee. Here we have used you're saying EE1026 for this employee.
Okay.
Okay. Here this is what the SAP screen. Okay. Now, so what was the first service that we discussed? Like that is who is who, right? Employee search option. So as I told you, that was available only in WebIntro Java.
Yeah.
Right. Now let's see how do we can make the configurations for that. So first let us see, before we are going with these configurations, first let us see what is the functionality, like how do we can use that service from this portal site. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Just let me just log into the portal. Yeah. First, let us see that employee search option in WebIntro Java of ESS. Okay, this is what is WebIntro Java 1. Now, just go to this employee search, the first service, employee search. In this, as I told you, we have two services, that is who is who and change own data.
Okay. Right.
First, let us see who is he, how it is functioning. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you click on that who is who, system has taken us to the screen where it has given some simple search with the last name and then first name.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Now,
Right.
here, if you are searching for the employees, for example, ESS star, we are trying to search with the last name star ESS star. Then now, system has given us some list, right? List of results. Like in Google, we are just using one field help, and there we are entering some SAP HR ESS documents, right?
Right. Yeah.
It gives us n number of results. In that, whatever we feel it as a relevant one, on that we will click on that, then it gives us to the complete details of that information, right?
Yes.
In the same way, first selection fields, and then with the selection fields, whatever the information which you have provided with that, if you click on search, then it takes you to the screen where you can see the results.
Okay.
Now out of this, yes, I am looking for this HR manager.
Okay.
Just click on this. Now it gives us the complete details, 1026 employee with the picture.
Okay.
What is this employee extension and email ID, and what is this
Mm-hmm.
organization unit, position, job, cost center, building, and room number, last name, first name, per license plate number, and all these fields are getting displayed over here, right?
Okay. Yeah. Right.
This is what is the basic information of the employee. And so if anything comes into the picture, like what is his employee number,
Mm-hmm.
this is the personal number, and this is what is his user ID, system user ID,
Okay. Right.
right? And to get in touch with that employee, then this is the email ID and this is the extension number.
Okay. Right.
So this is how we got some information. Now can we like customize these fields? Like I don't want to display the cost center over here. Can we customize, remove these fields from here? Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that comes under the customization part for who is who. And at the same time here we have some fields.
Yes.
Can we add some other fields to this result list? Yes, we can add.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second part and this is the first part. First part is fields that will be available for the employees for search criteria.
Right.
Now here we have advanced search. If you click on this advanced search, then system will display all the fields which an employee can use to search for the other employees' details. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Now can we customize these fields? Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
Now fields means like what kind of fields that we can add. So whenever we are referring to the field, then we need to just remind about the info types.
Okay.
Now can I search for the employee based upon the pay scale type and pay scale area? No. That options we won't be giving to the other employees, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that means as per the SAP standard functionality, what are all the info types that were available in this who is who option?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the first question should come in our mind. Saying that, okay, when I am searching for the employee, can I see his basic pay details or can I see his work schedule details? No, you are not supposed to, because you are being an employee, you are allowed to see only the basic contact details of the other employees.
Right.
Right. Now in this case, what are all the allowed info types? There are there in this who is who service. First we need to trace it, right?
Yeah.
Now this is here they have added some fields. Now let me show you the standard one.
Okay.
Let me show you that, like without doing the configurations, how the screen looks like. Let me show you that. Now to start the configurations, we can go to SPRO.
Yeah.
And SAP reference IMG.
Mm-hmm.
And we have personal management. Under these we will be going with the web intro ABAP. Sorry, ESS employee sales services for Java.
Okay.
And service specific settings.
Okay.
Right? And here we also have this ESS for WebIntro ABAP. If you are checking the services in WebIntro ABAP, then we will be doing the configurations under ESS, WebIntro ABAP, and then service specific settings.
Okay.
So do we need to follow this much navigation path, that is SPRO and then SAP reference IMG, personal management, and then ESS?
No, we have some T codes also where we can.
Okay, what are those transaction codes? Any idea?
It starts with O, but then I always actually followed the navigation parts only, the path only. So.
Okay, so like here we can use the transaction code PTARQ.
Okay. P-TARC. Okay.
PTARQ.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you click on this customizing button, then it takes you to the SPRO screen where you can make the configurations. It takes you to the display IMG screen with only ESS WebIntro ABAP.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now if you just come down, then here you can see the older version related configurations, WDA Java, WebIntro Java related customizings.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Now just click on this customizing. Now it takes you to this older version, service specific settings, and then address book. Under this we have who is who.
Okay.
So please make a note of this navigation path.
Mm-hmm.
First navigation path is SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and then personal management. Under that we have employee self-services for Java. Under that we have service specific settings, and then address book. Under that we have who is who. Under that first execute the node who is who selection and output.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, we can directly use the transaction code PTARQ and then customizing and then service specific settings.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Now, execute the node. Now, so in portal we were discussing about the selection screens and then output only, right? Now, execute the node, selection and output. Execute the node, who is who, selection and output.
Okay.
Okay. Under these, first you need to choose the country grouping, that is 10 USA.
Okay.
Now, initially when you enter into the screen is going to be like this. Select the fields. Now all the check marks would be there with this. So that doesn't mean that. Standard SAP settings.
Okay.
Now with the standard SAP settings, if you check this ESS, now I'm just making it as a refresh. Let's refresh this. Now just ESS. Now do we have these employment status fields now?
No.
In the standard one it is not available, and at the same time this is what is the result list, second step, right?
Right.
Now the third step is details.
Okay.
Now here do we have the personal area or personal sub area or employee group or employee subgroup fields? No, right? Yeah. So like to add or let's see how do we can add the fields. Now in advanced search also.
Naresh, give me a moment, please. Just.
Yeah. Please take that. No issues. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Ramesh.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You can go ahead.
Now, when we click on this advanced search, now it has given the fields. Earlier we have some field like a payroll area here, but we don't have that now, right?
Right.
So just see, I'm just trying to show you the difference between the standard system and then customizing. Now let's see how do we can change the standard settings.
Okay.
Now, we have seen three steps, right? One is selection. This is the first one. And the second one is output fields, that is result list. And then output field details, that is the third one.
Okay.
We have three levels of fields: level 1 selection screen and result list and then detailed. So wherever you want to add the fields, that fields you need to add it up in these tabs. First tab, and this is the second one, and this is the third one.
Okay.
Simple. Now here see this, all these fields are grayed out. we are just in a display mode. We are not able to edit this, right?
Right.
Now to make it editable, then just remove the check mark over here and then check the consistency. So this means you're just making the modifications to the selection screen only, not to the other two ones.
Okay.
If you see the other fields, now see these other tables are with the display mode only, non-editable tables.
Okay.
Right? But whereas if you see the first one, it is with the editable status.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what are all the fields that you want to keep, or what are all the fields that you want to that you don't want in selection screen? Last name, first name, organization unit, position, job, cost center, extension, building number, room number, license plate number, and system username. So like, which one you don't want? Now let us delete this license plate number.
Okay.
And let's also delete this building and then room numbers.
Okay.
Building and then room numbers. So those fields are available in the portal, right? Now see this building number and room number, license plate number, right?
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, if you see this here,
Yeah.
so how to add the fields? Deletion is just click on that particular field and then delete, right?
Right.
How to add the fields means, like here you need to identify for those fields.
Okay.
Now, would you like to add the fields from the info type actions?
Okay.
P0000 is for actions, right?
Yeah, right.
And then P001 for org assignment.
All the time. Yeah.
Yes, I would like to allow the employee to search based upon the payroll area.
Okay.
Or else if you want to search based upon the company code, that is your wish. Whatever the field you want to add it to this table, then first check whether that field is available in the in this table or not.
Okay.
Okay, so let's add some organization unit. Okay,
Okay.
just copy this field, that is the technical name, and then paste it over here.
Okay.
Now check the consistency and then save it.
Okay.
Now let's refresh this ESS page.
Okay.
Now we should find some difference over here, right?
Right.
Always in the initial search it gives us some last name and then first name, and then just click on this advanced search. Now do we have building, room number, or license plate number fields over here?
No.
We added a new field, that is org unit, right?
Right. That is reflected.
Star ESS star and then search.
Okay.
Now with this ESS, these many employees are there. In this specific to this organization structure, we got these many employees.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Now, so how do you can add or delete the fields from this result list?
Okay.
That is the second step, right?
Yeah.
Now for that, what we need to do is first remove the check mark. That is saying that you are not going to use the standard fields. You want to add your own fields, right?
Okay. Right.
And then check the consistency. Now click on this output fields. Now search for the fields what you want to add it to the table.
Okay.
Now I would like to add the employment status. Now see this employment status.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to the fields, we have two different types of fields. One is code, second one is a text fields.
Okay.
So text fields are starting with SAHR, sorry, S by HR series.
Yes, by HR. Okay.
So that means system would display the text for the codes. For example, what is the employment status 3? Active employees, right?
Right.
Now, so by looking at the 3, employee may not be in a position to understand, right?
Yeah.
So that is the reason we are adding the 3 stands for active. That is the text of that field, right?
Yeah.
Now that text we are adding, text fields.
Mm-hmm.
Generally action type code is 2 digit. Either it is 0, 1, 0, 2 or 10 or 15 or A1, A2 kind of thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now here if you add the action type, then it displays the hiring or transfer. The text will get displayed if you are taking the text fields.
Okay.
And if you want to add the contract type also, then yes. So these fields are code ones. If you want to see the text fields, just come down, you can find the text fields as well.
Okay.
Just come down and again come down. Again, yeah, here this is the text for org unit.
Okay. So basically in output field list, we will have two kind of selections for output field list. One would be simple related to info type, wherein there is no text involved. And another we can select text.
Yeah, even that also will get stored in the same info types only.
Yeah.
That is
Whether
like
it's HR code.
generally when we are doing the configurations, first we will take the code and then description, right?
Yeah. Right.
Now if you want to display the description over here, then take the text fields.
Okay.
For example, we will be creating the personal area as IN01, IN02, right?
Mm-hmm.
By looking at IN01, employee may not be in a position to understand what is IN01, right?
Right.
Okay, IN01, yes, it is a Bangalore, yes. So the text we are displaying here, instead of code, we are displaying the text of the personal area.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Now,
Yeah.
once you added it, just check the consistency and then save it.
Okay.
Now we added some fields in the second level, right?
Right. Achha, what is this? Why are we doing check the consistency? As in, what exactly is checking here?
Before we are saving that, we need to check the consistency, whether we entered the right field or not.
Okay.
System
As in,
performs.
so means if I select anything else, it could happen that system gives me error that this field cannot come in as output list.
Yes, exactly.
It can come.
Yeah.
From the displayed fields in info set.
Only these fields only we need to copy and then paste.
Other than this, it will throw error, is it?
Exactly. Some people may copy the field from, some people may know the field names from this info type 8. So they can also directly enter the fields over here. But in that case, system won't allow.
Okay.
Okay. Now save it and then just refresh this.
Right.
So I'm just searching again with ESS employee name. And here see this. Do we have the employment status over here? Yes, right?
Right.
But organizational unit text is not getting displayed over here. Right? So that means that field is not enabled over here.
Not enabled over here, okay.
So that means that field we are not supposed to use in. Yes, that is not getting displayed over here. That might be because of the text length issue. Let us try to add this one, PERSG, okay?
Okay.
Now check the consistency, now make it active. Now let's go back to this portal and then refresh this. So some fields are not allowed to be added in specific areas.
Okay.
Now we have the employee group now, right? But our unit is not getting displayed because so that is comes up from the like with the text of 45 characteristics around, right?
Okay.
And
So
it has
do we have
two texts. It has two texts. One is a short description and another one is a
long description?
long description. Maybe because of that reason it may not be getting displayed. That too, that is a 45 digits, right?
So it happens always, or only not happening here? In real time also it can be a problem?
In real time also it can be a problem. So don't suggest the org-unit fields.
Okay, okay. In case the client wants it, then there are still
On that, then we are just asking them to just click on that employee details. They can find that org-unit details over here in the detailed list.
Right, okay.
Now to add the fields to this third step, then what we can do again? Remove the check mark for third step. Check the consistency. When you click on the check consistency, so that system would automatically makes this table into the editable mode. Last name, first name, org unit, position, job, all fields are here, right? Cost center, extension, email, building, room number, system username. Now if you want to add the field, just copy and paste it from this table, okay?
Okay.
So that this also would get automatically displayed over there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now here, how we are getting these fields?
They are the technical names.
Yeah, how we are getting? So there are so many info types are there, but the system here it is showing only some limited info types, right? Actions, org assignment, and some info type 32, and some email ID means that is from communications. It is showing only some limited information over here, right?
Right.
Now, how these fields are getting displayed over here is from this info set.
Okay.
So in this info set, whatever the fields which they have added,
okay,
only those will get displayed over here. SQ02.
Okay.
And then go to SQ02 transaction code to access the info set, and then give that SAP query name over here. Now this is the query, right?
Yeah.
Now select that and then click on this display.
Okay.
Now here, what are all the info types that are added to this info set?
Actions, all the personal data, internal data, and communication. Okay.
So please do remind these info types. In who is who, what are all the info types involved? Actions, org assignment, personal data, internal data 32, and communications 01, 05.
Yeah.
Now if you want to add any of the other info type to this, then you will be asking your HR developer to add the fields to this SAP query. Not to this, like that person will copy this standard query and they will give the Z naming convention one, and to that you can add the new table and then new fields.
Okay.
Now that copied one query name need to be mentioned again over here.
Okay, the rename, the Z.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Now then you can check whether that fields are available here or not.
Okay.
So once the fields are available over here, then we can make use of it.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
But while changing the screens, like output field, if I want, I can also uncheck the other two, right? Or is it necessary that don't uncheck?
Sorry, which one?
No, I'm asking like if I want to add or delete some fields in output field list here in use default settings for.
Then you just remove the check mark only for that output field list. It's not required to. Rest of the two is not required. Because there are some different check marks for different areas, right?
Right, right, okay.
That's okay, it's not a problem.
Okay, I have been given the access for the system which is EHP5. So would there be some difference from EHP7 to EHP5? I mean,
if you're able to get the, so let me check that system, we'll see. So EHP, as I told you, EHP5 onwards WebDintro ABAP is available.
Yeah.
Okay, so if this WebDintro ABAP services are available in that system, then that's not a problem.
Okay, but some enhancement would have been done, no? So
maybe not much difference.
okay.
So if there is any difference, then I'll let you know definitely.
Sure.
Some online tag submissions are enabled from EHP 7 onwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Online text submissions. Okay, fine.
That's it. But most of the functionality is covered.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Now since this configuration settings are
What
permitted only for US only as
Uh-huh.
of now. Now if any of the German user or Indian user log into the system, then again they will get the standard ones only. If you just give the 40 and then if you check it, then here it is enabled only with the standard ones, right? So based upon the country grouping also we will be working on this.
Okay.
Now here you could able to see the employee photograph over here, right?
Okay, right.
For this, what are all the allowed documents to be displayed in the portal? So that document name, while we are doing the configurations for employee photo upload, we will be maintaining this integration switch
Okay.
with HRICOLFOTO.
Okay, okay.
This is a standard one. It's not required to change.
Okay, right.
Now the other one is maintain settings. Like so display employee photograph. Now are we able to, so there is a check mark for display employee photograph. Because of this reason we are able to see the employee photograph in ESS, otherwise it won't.
Okay, right.
Now the another one is allow access to the organizational environment. I just put the check mark for this and then saving it. Now let's see the difference. See this, here this link will be enabled with the hyperlink.
Okay.
With the change what we did now, with that system would automatically highlighted it in the hyperlink. Now just refresh this. Now just enter ESS star. Now just click on this. Now see this, it's automatically going to change it to this hyperlink one, right?
Yeah.
Now see this, it is to display the organizational chart.
Okay.
Just click on that. Now see the system will open another screen and it displays the organization structure what we created yesterday.
Okay.
The organization chart what we created, now that is getting displayed out here.
What we created?
Oh sorry, no, sorry, no, we have not created it. It's already existing in the system.
Okay.
So this is what is this employee position. This manager for Ess Mss is there in the organization unit HR. Now if you want to see his superior level, then just click on the superior level, then system would display the next reporting level like that.
Okay. But he is the superior only, no?
Sorry, come again.
But he is the superior, no?
Yeah, he is the superior. Yes.
Okay.
For a manager, there will be a senior manager or senior general manager, and then associate vice president, senior vice president, and then they are reporting to the CEO. Like that. So, if you want to see the entire structure, then we can see the structure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this superior level button is here only to let us know that out of, suppose in a hierarchy, who is the superior one. No, it will not show his superior. Am I right?
It is not restricted to only his superior level. It goes to the next level, next level, next level, next level.
Okay. So if it is there in the org chart, it will show the next level also.
If it is not there, then it shows highest level is reached.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Okay. Now that is the difference. So now we are clearly checking. If you put the check mark, then how it is affecting, and if you're not putting, now I just remove the check mark for this display employee photograph.
Okay.
I just removed it. Then in that case, what it will do? Options, and then refresh. Now in that case, system is not going to display the employee photograph, right?
Right.
Now are we able to see the employee photo over here? No, right?
No.
So that is what the difference.
Okay.
but I'm just making this as is.
Okay.
So these are the settings that we can do for who is who and employee search.
Okay. And what is that change on data?
I'll tell you that. Okay. So this is clear.
Yeah, this is clear.
Now again go to this employee search or exit.
Okay.
Now here we have the second service, that is change on data, right?
Oh, right.
Now just click on this change on data. Now here you are not allowed to change your data. Contact your system administrator.
Okay.
That means we are not allowing the employee to maintain the extension, email, building, room number and then license plate number.
Okay.
Okay, now to give this access to this employee, then in that case put the check mark for allow own data to be maintained.
Okay.
And if you are also allowing the employee to maintain his own photograph, then click on this allow own photograph to be maintained by employee.
Okay.
So these two options we can keep in the system.
Okay, fine. That
Clear?
is good. Okay. Yes, clear.
Yeah, say this. Now in this case, but either of the one you can allow, or if you want to stop any of the one, then you can stop. You don't want to allow the employee to maintain the photograph. In that case, just put the check mark for this and don't put the check mark for this.
Okay.
Now if you make the refresh of this page, then it gives us the edit button over here. Now see this. Earlier we don't have the edit button. It's just giving us some message saying that you're not authorized.
Yeah.
Now here it is displaying some roadmap saying that first we are in the overview. Second step is edit. Third step is the review and save. Fourth one is completed. So we have to follow this roadmap.
Right.
Now just click on this edit. Now yes, we can able to see this or edit the details.
Okay. And this roadmap is SAP standard, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Now here I have just changed the number 909092 to 9099.
Okay.
And here I am just changing the email ID to _01. And I am also changing this room number to 9.
Okay.
So this I am just NYS, New York State.
Okay.
And of course you can browse for the photo and then the same you can upload and then preview.
Okay.
So that displays the photo.
Okay.
Now just click on this review now. Now we are in the third step. Now just check all the information that you have provided is correct or not. Yes. Now save this.
Okay.
Now where do we can check these details in R3 system? Do you know where we can check the extension details will get stored and email address will get stored in which info type?
Email address will be communication info type.
Yes, extension.
Extension would be object.
No, the extension. Yeah, extension number also will get stored in the communications info type for the subtype 0020.
Okay.
Now this building number, room number and license plate number. These details are getting stored in the info type 3232.
Acha, okay. Internal data, okay.
Exactly.
This is department we are saving building and room number, right? That's why it's internal.
Yes, yes, yes. Internal data. And this license plate number also will get stored in the same. Okay. Now to check this, whether the data is getting stored properly or not, to cross verify this, just go to PA20.
Okay.
(1026) employee, right?
Right.
Now go to first check 105.
Okay.
Communications and then overview. Now see these many records are there. Now what is the day today?
20th. Okay.
Now see this. With this date system has created the record.
Right. Right.
That means the previous record, whatever it is there, that got delimited, and a new record got created with the system date.
Yeah.
And this is also updated by the user EE1026.
Okay.
Now the email
Right.
ID _01, right?
Right.
Now extension number is 9099. Even this is also the previous record got delimited and a new record got created by the employee. That means, so whenever we are like discussing with the business, okay, employee would be in a position to create the records in R3 system from the portal, then immediately they will raise the question. Oh, what if in case if they are creating the records, what happens to the historical data?
Okay.
That is, what about the existing data? Then
Yeah.
those will get delimited and a new record will get created with the new date.
Yeah. Right.
It won't delete the existing data.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now go back again. Go back. Now what about the internal data? 32. Overview. Now here see this.
Right. Here it is not showing the employee who changed. No? Acha, after details it will show.
Yeah. Now see this.
Right. Okay. This building number, room number, everything is showing.
Displayed over here. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now always SAP is a date-driven concept. Now always when system is passing or creating the records from portal system to this R3 system, it creates or updates the data defaultly with the side date. That is with the system date.
Okay.
So clear or any questions?
Till here I'm clear.
That's good. Okay. So just do remember, so we have two services, one is who and another one is an change own data.
Yeah.
Again we can customize that, whether we can allow the employee to maintain their change own data or not, right?
Yeah.
Now in who we can do the customizations for fields level display. What are all the fields that we are allow the employees to see in the portal?
Okay, right.
Now have you observed one point over here? Look at this. Whenever we are saving this, is it prompting for transport request?
No.
It is not prompting for the transport request. The changes whatever we are doing, the changes are not not getting stored in the transport request.
Yeah.
Why? Because specific to this who is who only, this is a client independent activities.
Okay.
So like development में एक बार करना पड़ेगा and quality में एक बार करना पड़ेगा और production में भी एक बार करना पड़ेगा.
अच्छा.
So like जो transport request, it won't ask for the transport request.
Okay.
But whereas for rest of all configurations, it will prompt for the transport request side.
अच्छा, okay. Fine. तो हमें वो जो के लिए we'll have to do in quality again.
हाँ.
Okay, fine. Testing.
Because it doesn't take more than 2 or 3 minutes.
Right.
And still, if the client want to no, you have to save it in some transport request ऐसा बोले तो, then in that case we have that options.
अच्छा, okay.
To save it in this transport request.
Okay.
Just come here. Oh no, edit, go system. No, we don't have that options. No, transport request में change करने का options भी नहीं है यहाँ पे.
SE10 में जाएंगे तो वहाँ से ये वाला नहीं होगा क्या ट्रांसपोर्ट?
नहीं नहीं कर सकते आप ऐसे.
Okay.
Here this is okay. Let's see this. Generally here it asks for the transport request. Generally here we will be getting options, two options, to save it in a separate transport request or in the same request.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
So it is not asking for the transport request. Even for this integration switch also. For integration switch it will ask for that. Now see this. This is what the option I am looking for. Transport.
Okay.
That means if it is not prompting automatically, then we can select this option to save that one in a separate transport request or in the same.
Okay. Fine.
For maintain settings, नहीं इसको भी नहीं है transport request.
Only integration settings के लिए है.
हाँ. Now the another node what we have here is, that is who refine employee search. That is when I am searching for the employee, what kind of employees need to be displayed. So in the system we have n number of employees. That is like out of that employees also there are some employees with the different statuses. So terminated, that is withdrawn, and then temporarily inactive, active employees, and then retirees. We have different statuses 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Now what kind of employees details that you want to pull in your employee search?
Right.
So that configurations we can maintain over here. That is just execute this, and here we have an group that is ESS. Now stat2.
Okay.
That means we are processing the employees only with the status 3, that is active.
Okay.
Now if you want to call any of the withdrawn employees, then add 0. Or if you want to call any retirees, then add 2. Or if you want to call any of the employees who are inactive currently, then add 1. So that means all these 4 categories of employees details will get displayed out there.
Okay. So why have you selected this ESS and stat2 only?
Because that is the code which is recommended by SAP.
Okay.
So initially for the first time you won't be having any of the entries over here.
Yeah.
Now in that case, how do you can identify? In that case, how do we can identify this? Is just come back and then click on this documentation, then here it recommends us.
Okay.
Now see this, it is asking us to maintain this ESS and then stat2. Stat2 is the field from actions info type. In actions info type only we can able to see the employment status, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that is what is getting displayed out here.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
And if it's giving us for the option of new entries also, but then that for what do we use new entries? I mean, if it's SAP standard.
The thing is here we have seen this ESS, right? Now what if this entry is not there? Then in that case you will go to the new entries and यहाँ पे ऐड करना पड़ेगा नया वाला.
अच्छा, okay.
New entries में जाके ऐड करना पड़ेगा.
Okay, okay. Fine.
Okay. So these are the settings that we can do for employee search who is who and change on data options.
Okay. Right.
Any questions or any clarifications required on this?
No, this is clear. So who is this basically click of buttons, right? Like for other base modules we used to do so many customizations by adding, here only check marks we did.
So this is what is a simple application for who is who. But when you go to this working time and all, here you can see n number of configuration modes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Don't worry, you will see big configuration paths.
Okay. This was simpler.
This is very simple.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So next topic is working time, is it?
Next we'll go with the personal information.
Okay.
That is own data.
Okay. Own data. Okay.
And then execute the knob, determine active subtypes and make settings.
Okay.
Here we are going to do the customizations for this personal information.
Personal information. Okay.
Yes. Now here I had given you some yesterday I have explained the info types that can be accessed by the personal information. Now let me tell you that. So what are all the info types that can be given to the employee?
Okay.
That is 0002 info type, personal data,
Right.
and 0006 address,
Right.
and then 0009 bank details, and 0021 family members
Yeah.
or dependents, and along with this we have 0105 communications.
Yeah.
But communications info type employee is able to access and change own data only, right?
Yeah. Only the like email address or extension
Yes.
number.
Yes. But why again this is provided in personal information? I'll tell you that. Why? Now 376 something.
Okay.
I'll confirm that number.
Okay.
That is general medical data.
Okay.
So this is available only for USA country grouping.
Okay.
0185 personal IDs, right? And this is available.
Identification.
This is what is available only for India.
Okay. Right.
This won't be available for any of the other options.
Okay. Right.
Now, see, as I told you, employee search option is not available in WebDinPro ABAP, right?
Yes.
But how employee can update his communication details and his internal data? So they have removed that application in WebDinPro ABAP. So that is the reason these two options they have added in WebDinPro ABAP.
Okay.
In personal information. Whereas in WebDinPro Java you can't able to see this 105 and 32 info types in personal data. But whereas you can find these two info types in employee search.
Okay. So, okay, fine.
But the rest of all the info types are common in WebDinPro Java and WebDinPro ABAP,
Right.
including this general medical data, personal IDs and all.
Okay, fine.
Now, can I add any of the other new info type to this personal information?
Because employee do mention their working location. So, work location could be personal area, no?
Okay. So that would automatically gets updated by the HR administrator. While he is hiring that employee, then he automatically selects the personal area, personal sub area and all.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, see, in the standard system, the allowed info types are only these.
Okay.
Now out of this, whether you are allowing the employee to see these details in the portal or not, that is up to you.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
you like to display these details to employee in the portal or not? If you are displaying, if you are ready to display these details in the portal, then what are all the subtypes that you are allowing?
Okay.
Yes, personal data. Yes, let us allow them to, and we can also allow the employees to maintain their own data from the portal. And address may be, yes, you are allowing, but what are all the subtypes? Address info type has the subtypes, right?
Yeah.
So that subtypes we can decide now.
Okay.
In the standard itself, yes. Then if it is yes, then what are all the subtypes? So that is what we are going to do the configurations exactly in this node.
Okay.
Now this doesn't have any subtype.
Okay.
So even this is also doesn't have any subtype. Internal data को भी subtype नहीं है. And personal ID का है.
Okay.
If you are allowing the employee, that is only for display purpose or editable purpose also. Now, here the question is, okay, you are allowing the employee to edit the data, then what could be the start date?
Okay.
So as I told you, this is generally the system date, right?
Right.
Now, can we allow the employee to give the future date for the new records? Or if he is updating or changing the records, then can we allow the employees to mention the future date as the record start date?
I think only for few info types we can.
Yes.
Like.
But how we can control that? To control that, we are going to make use of the concept called use cases.
Okay.
We have two types of use cases, A and B.
Okay.
One is straight away system will take the side date as the start date, and another one is you are allowing the employee to maintain the future date or the side date. So that field is editable one.
Okay. Okay.
But system won't allow this to given as a past date as a record start date.
Okay.
Because if you give the past date now, then overlapping records will get deleted, right?
Yeah, right.
So that is the reason it won't allow the employees to give the start date as the past date.
Past date. Right.
Here we have a concept called use cases. Execute this node, determine active subtypes and make settings.
Okay.
Country grouping is 10. Now here just give a double click on any of the entry or go to new entries. Now here we can see specify use cases. That is valid period for the data can be set by the employee or not. Put the check mark. Enter the info type and then subtype and then check validity period can be set by the employee or not. Okay. And a new button always available on the overview screen, or data must be available at all times. What is these two options? These two options are linked with the time constraints.
Okay.
Data must be available at all times. That doesn't mean that. Time constraint 1.
Data must be available all time.
Yes.
Okay.
Time constraint 1.
Okay.
Okay. Now the info type or subtype what you are selecting, based on that you need to select these options.
Okay, fine.
Now, so even if you put these selections, then data must be displayed as read only. Employee, you are not, only the data will be displayed to the employee, that's it. Employee won't be in a position to edit if you put the check mark for this.
Okay, okay.
Now this option is available only in WebDintro ABAP.
This particular data must be displayed.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And till EHP4, this screen, this configuration screen look and feel is not like this. It is in a different way. That also I will show you.
Okay, okay.
It's not in this format. From EHP5 onwards only, the screen, this configuration screen has been changed in this way.
Okay.
Now before to this, the screen looks like in a table view.
Okay.
Now to see the table view, you
We'll
just
go
go
to
back to SM30
huh. Okay.
and then do remember this table name, the same table what we have seen, the same configuration node whatever we have seen. That configuration table name is v underscore t7 x s s p e r s u b t y p
Okay.
is the table name.
Okay.
Now just click on this display. Earlier the table structure was like this till EHP4. Even if you access this, even if you're trying to access this in the node level also, then first it would be displaying in the table format only, not in that screen format.
Okay.
At that time what we were doing is we will be just going to the country grouping 10 and then checking the settings only.
Okay.
But here if you can see the use cases, here it is indicating some code over here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But there it was with the check marks, right? Based upon the check marks whatever you are giving, based on that system would automatically takes the code over here.
Acha, okay.
Now for tomorrow's class what your assignment is, just go through this documentation. What is the concept of these use cases?
Okay.
Use case is for date handling in ESS personal information.
Okay.
Then what is A stands for? Use cases which are starts with A. What is the A stands for, and what is B stands for?
Okay.
A stands for you are allowing the employee to specify a valid start. Okay. Now B stands for valid start or end date without specifying a valid
Start or end. Okay. Okay. So here also this A and B are related to time constant only, right?
Just go through this documentation.
Oh, okay, fine.
I'll explain it tomorrow. But
Okay.
if you can see B1, here there is an example B1, right? Now one info type record must exist for the entire period of an employee's activity in the enterprise.
Okay.
Once a record for an info type or subtype is available, then the new button will not be available on the overview screen. So suitable example for that, personal data info type.
Okay.
So you can correlate this with your time constraint.
Right.
Okay. Now based upon the check marks whatever you are taking in that screen, based on that system will take the codes over here automatically.
Okay. Can you please display one of this thing?
This display.
Just the select one of the lines and then display and
That's
change.
it. This is the display. That's it.
Acha, it doesn't have a detail. Okay, okay.
No, that's what I'm telling. So the look and feel has been changed from EHP5. Earlier it was like this. You just need to come here and then take that list entry help and then select the code from here. That's it.
Okay.
Or if you are going with the new entries also, then system would display the same lines here. That's it. Just go to new entry, see this country code, info type, subtype, and then select the use case code.
Okay.
That's
Fine.
it. For this, it prompts to save it in the transport request.
Okay. It prompts. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. There is a transport button also here.
Yeah, we have that.
Okay.
So let's continue tomorrow with the
Okay.
details. If possible, I'll let you know for the evening timings.
Okay.
Evening time.
My evening timing?
Yeah, your evening time.
Okay. Tomorrow would be Sunday for me and Saturday for you, I guess.
Yeah.
So we can
I think
surely.
I'll be taking the class on the Saturday morning for me, and it's on Saturday, sorry, Sunday morning for you.
Okay, fine.
No, I think it is Saturday evening for you. If it is my morning, is evening for you. Saturday evening for you.
Saturday evening.
Yeah, my morning.
Okay. So today evening only then.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'll continue the same way, like Sunday morning.
Okay. Whichever is
Sunday morning
comfortable.
time. Sunday morning, I'll take. But if I have a chance to take the session today evening for you, then I'll let you know.
Sure, sure. You can let me know through yeah, Mr. Ramna.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay.
But don't
Yeah.
miss these use cases study. So just have a look into
No,
this.
I will do it. Yeah,
Okay.
I will do it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah. Bye.